They call it the City of Spires, and it always seems to be a glorious green. Hans Christian Andersen, Copenhagen's most illustrious former resident, wrote 9 volumes of his famous fairy tales here, but we don't yet know the script for today's quarterfinals. We're about to find out. Welcome to the Royal Arena and Day 5 of the BWF World Championships. Inside the arena, we're down to just 2 courts, as you can see, on quarter-final day. And here is our lineup. Kicking off with women's doubles, the Thai pair Kititharakul and Prajongjai trying to arrest a miserable run of 7 straight defeats against Kim and Kong. Then we switch to mixed, top seeds Jun and Hyung looking to avenge their defeat to Koreans Kim and Jeong in their only previous meeting 2 months ago. More women's doubles to follow. Commonwealth Games champions Tan and Tina against Jung and Jun, the Chinese with 2 World Tour titles already this year. Back to the mixed after that. Danes Christensen and Boyer brought the house down yesterday. Jiang and Wei of China looking to spoil the Royal Arena party. And it's the men's centre stage after that. Liang and Wang, ranked 3 in the world, big favourites against the Indonesians Fikri and Maulana. Plenty more action after that. A lot of singles matches too on the show court. That Carolina Marin Tai Tzu Ying match looks an absolute beauty. You'll see every single match played today live. You have the choice of being with us here on court 1 or across on court 2. Well, here's how the draw for the women's doubles has panned out. We're concentrating on that 3rd match. The winners, of course, will meet either Fukushima and Hirota or Rahayu and Ramadanti. So let's concentrate then on our first match of the day here on court 1. It is a women's doubles. Kititharakul and Prajongjai up against Kim and Kong of Korea. The 8 seeds up against the number 3 seeds.
Women's doubles from Thailand.
And here are Kititharakul and Prajongjai from that trapdoor. Big ask for them today. It's a 10-2 head-to-head record in Kim and Kong's favour.
The opponents from Korea, Kim So-yeon, Kong Min-young.
They've been in pretty good form, these two. Have won 4 tournaments this year alone, Kim and Kong. And they'll start pretty warm favourites in this quarter-final. Doubles all the way for the first 5 matches here this morning. It's just gone 11 AM local time here in Copenhagen. I'm delighted to have Olympian Ronnie Somerville alongside me. Always a bit of anticipation on quarter-final day, and this looks a decent match for starters.
Yeah, for sure. I think everyone has worked hard to get to where they are today. And these pairs especially have had a few scares throughout the tournament. So I think that they definitely obviously want to go one step further and get to those semis.
Okay, your choice.
Well, there you saw
red
the
or black.
confirmation of that head-to-head record, 10-2 in favour of the Korean pair.
Kim served. This
And
side.
probably more pertinently, they've won the last 7 meetings. Well, let's give you a bit more information then about these 4 players. Starting off with the ties. And John Kolpan, Kititharakul, they're ranked 8th in the world. They were up as high as 5. There you see it. That was right at the back end of last year, actually. They are Southeast Asian Games gold medalists. And they got a bronze back in April in the Asian Championships. Pretty experienced pair. They're both 30. There's Prajongjai. 8 tournament career victories as a pair, including a couple of Super 300s, Thai Masters and the Chinese Taipei Open. Actually, Prajongjai there began her career as a singles player way back when. But they've turned themselves into a very, very proficient doubles partnership. And there are their results so far. Taken to 3 games in the 3rd round by Kusama and Pratiwi. And on the other side of the net, Kim So-young and Kwon Hee-young. They're ranked 3 in the world. They were up at number 1 about a year ago. And of course, they are bronze medalists from the Tokyo Olympics a couple of years back. But this year, absolutely superb. 4 tournaments they've won, including the All England, one of the biggest of the lot. Kwon Hee-young there is 5 years, her partner's junior.
Ready to play?
And they have a World Championship medal already. They won a bronze a couple of years ago. Man in charge is Jakob Sindberg of Denmark. And Iji Nonaguchi of Japan is the service judge. Feels like a slightly different arena now. There's only 2 courts, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's so much empty space as soon as they take away 2 whole courts.
Spectators continuing to come in. We understand it's a complete sellout tomorrow and Sunday, semi-finals and finals day, which is always great to hear. Actually, we had a huge crowd in yesterday afternoon. Well, 2 Danish doubles players both won, and the crowd were absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome that so many Danish players have progressed through. Really good for the tournament and the atmosphere here.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Kim So-young and Kwon Hee-young, Korea. And on my left, Rawinda Prajongjai and Yongulpan Kititharakul, Thailand. Kim So-young to serve to Yongulpan Kititharakul. Love all. Play.
So first shuttle hit in anger on quarterfinals day here at these World Championships. And with that record, I mentioned they've lost the last 7. Grania, the ties. You feel they have to make a decent start.
Yeah, I think they always try to come out with a lot of energy and intensity, the Thai pair. They have to use their quickness to make up, you know, for their smaller frames. And obviously the Kim and Kwon come with a lot of power. They play a really hard, flat, powerful game. And so the Thais have to do what they can to not let that power overcome them.
Well, that might give them a bit of confidence. Kititharakul with the kill.
All. 1. Service over.
Look of total disgust on her face when she missed that, but they've clearly come out with a positive mindset here, the Thais.
With their loss record coming into this, they really, you know, have to believe that they can do this to have any chance. So I'm sure there would have been a big pep talk leading into this match, that like not thinking about the previous results and that this is a whole new match, and to give everything they've got here at the World Champs.
Service over. 3-all. Service over. 4-3.
Opened up the court beautifully there. They could have gone either side, actually.
5-3.
That shot there, setting it up nicely. Thais are just struggling a little bit with the power at the moment. Most of their errors are kind of coming from this counter shot, not being able to handle it too well right now.
I was just going to say, it's starting to look a little ominous for the Thais already. Only played for 6 minutes.
4-6.
Koreans just don't look in any trouble when they're defending either.
The Thai pair really need to try and find some gaps in their defense, because they're struggling to keep going over with the power coming from Korea. So they need to use their skill to find the gaps, some crosses, take the pace out to neutralize the rally a bit earlier.
Just as Prajongjai did there.
Service over. 7-5. Oh. 8-5.
error of judgment. Suddenly there's a little bit of daylight on that scoreboard. How about that?
Superb shot.
And a fitting way for them to go into the mid-game break. Beautiful piece of deception. 11-5.
คุมทีแล้วแค่คุมทิศทางแค่นี้พอไม่ต้องทำให้มันยากแต่ว่าพอหนูตั้งหลักได้แล้วอ่ะเกมรับไม่เอาดาบยิ่งเราอยู่หน้าอยู่หลังแล้วหนูไปสวนอ่ะหนูโดนฉีกหนูไม่ทันหนูขึ้นไปหนูเปิดไปก่อนตบหนูต้องเลือกด้วยไม่ใช่คนเดียวที่เดิมถูกไหมที่บอกแล้วนะว่าหนูต้องหลากหลายเกมรับต้องเล่นถูกป่ะกลายเป็นว่าเนี่ยพอแจกปุ๊บแล้วเขาทำหนูเคลื่อนที่สุดมุมไปเอี้ยวถูกป่ะเราได้ทำอะไรเขาบ้างดูสิเราล้อเรามัวแต่พะวงรับลูกรับอยู่คิดที่จะเดินเกมต่อ
11-5. Play. Service over. 6-11.
Oh, that's a nice shot.
7-11.
Great defense.
Service over. 12-7.
Terrific block that. Looked like it was almost past her. Somehow, Hong found a way. last. A terrific rally. Shame it ended with an error, but 4 women playing well at the same time. Exactly what we want to see.
12.
Yeah, really well played.
By far the longest rally of the match.
Nine, 12. Yes, up here.
용아 만들어졌을 때 때려.
Nine,
만들어졌을 때.
12.
할 필요 없어.
Ten, 12.
Well, gradually whittling away at that Korean lead. Just gone off the boil the last couple of minutes, Kim and Kong.
I think the Thai pair are doing well to use the net a little bit more with their blocks. They're pushing it deep into the corners, not giving the Koreans too much time to get behind it and unleash their smashes. I think it's working for them right now, the Thai pair.
Another error.
Yeah, I think that's
11,
4 off her
12.
racket in a row. She already tried her shoelace tying tactic. might not have that many tricks left up her sleeve.
Well, there's always the other one.
There's the hair tying one, towel down. Girls might have a few more options than boys. And another one.
Oh,
If I was a Thai pair, I would definitely keep going at Kong right now. She'd surely be getting a bit frustrated, going down a little bit mentally, so you'd want to keep the pressure on her.
Seven of the last 8 points for Kititharakul and Prajongjai. Serious shift in the complexion of the match here. And there's another one.
12.
Well, it's going to be a challenge here. The first time we've
Called in.
been asked to use Hawkeye this morning. Called in. Immediately, 2 Koreans raise their arms. So we'll see what technology has to say about it. Be more on the line than that.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Ready on court?
Yep.
14, 12. Wait.
Remember they trailed 11-5. This is a truly astonishing turnaround.
16-12.
Koreans are just struggling to even get into a rally right now.
Absolutely bizarre, isn't it? Just looking through to see when the last time that they did beat the two Koreans. Nearly 3 years ago.
$17-12.
Well, at the moment, one pair has unlimited confidence and the others looks just bereft of any ideas at all. Really easy kill at the net for Prajongjai.
Service over.
Well, they stopped the rock, but
13,
is it too little, too
17.
late? Ten successive points won by the Thais until that moment.
14-17. $15-17.
เขาได้จากอะไรลูกแหลมลูกคอมโบ
Well, this could be one of the most topsy-turvy games I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, it really seems that way. Strings of points just coming for both pairs.
Almost feels like the Thais might have got a bit of a nosebleed suddenly, having turned it round completely, won 10 points in a row, and now it's right up in the air again, this first game.
Oh.
Not even close, that one. All below the tape.
Service over. 18-17.
Maybe these swings are just trying to make it as interesting as possible for the viewers.
Well, again, the last 2 points both been errors. Great chance there just to feather that over the net and got it wrong. But still, anyone's for the taking this.
Service over.
So now maybe it comes down to who's going to hold their nerve right at the business end of this opening game. At least you'd say that was a forced error. Ah, that's better.
Really good rally there by both pairs.
Exactly what she tried to do a couple of points ago, but this time got it right. Both on the back foot, and no chance at all of getting to that. I do wonder sometimes if there's a psychological thing when you haven't beaten the pair for so long, you get yourself in a very strong position, and then maybe the odd self-doubt kicks in again.
Yeah, I think that would, especially if they'd had games like this where they have specifically caught up kind of this way. But then, I mean, Kim and Kong have the pressure of knowing they've won the last few, but also with that, the confidence to be like, hey, we beat them the last 7 times, we can do it again.
Service over. 19-all.
But it's always a new story, new hall, new different shuttles. The players probably even improved a little bit, changed their game a little bit, so it's never the same game twice.
Coaches are suffering probably more than the players here, so they can't do anything about it, really.
Kim, get ready.
So first chance goes to the Koreans.
20, game
point.
19.
Well-placed return. The Koreans are nearly always pushing to that backhand corner on their return.
Play.
And that'll do it. 21-19. It was a long first game. 27 minutes in total. Bizarre, really, in terms of the way the scoring went. At one point, the Thais had a commanding lead, but they just couldn't follow through with it. 17-12 they had. But in the end, the Koreans lead by 1 game to none.
ลูกข้างๆหนูขึ้นไปแล้วรับเอาดีกว่าอย่างที่พี่บอกหนูต้องเริ่มเกมรับให้แน่นก่อนแล้วเปลี่ยนมาบุกแล้วเลือกบุกเลือกซ้ำเหมือนที่พี่คุยตอนแรกเลยที่นั่นคือสิ่งที่ทำให้เราเป็นคืออะไรเกมรับต้องอย่างแน่นดันเขาไปข้างหลัง2หนูต้องเปลี่ยนเกมบุกรับเสร็จแล้วหนูต้องเปลี่ยนเกมบุก3พอหนูได้เกมบุกแล้วหนูต้องเลือก1ปุ๊บก็เปลี่ยนไอตัวน้องบางทีมันน้ำหนักมือในการวางอะไรอย่างเงี้ยมันไม่เหมือนพี่มันน้ำหนักวางอะไรอย่างเงี้ยมันดีกว่าถูกป่ะแล้วถ้าเป็นไปได้
네가 치려고 이게 들어가면 메꾸는 거 그거 내 거지 이게 아니야 무슨 뭐야 네가 무슨 치라면 하는 거야 자신 있게 해 자신 있게 뭐 피하고 자신감 있는데 여기서 몸에 힘 좀 가볍게 빼도 세게
คนหน้ามาทั้งหมดแล้วพอมันมีช่องปุ๊บมันค่อยวางถูกป่ะ นูดันมันออกมาก่อนให้มันช่องมันเปิดก่อนแล้วหนูจะทำอะไรหนูก็ทำเลือกดีกว่าอย่างนี้หนูสบายกว่าไม่งั้นนะมันดันหนูอยู่ข้างหลังแล้วพอหนูเคาะคำเบาปุ๊บไอ้เหี้ยแม่งกระแทก
Court 1, 20
เรียน
seconds.
เลยคนหน้าคนหลัง
Court 1, 20 seconds.
ตอนที่หนูได้แต้มมาหนูทำยังไงถูกว่าหนูดันเขาออกไปแล้วหนูหาจังหวะเอาแล้วเกมรับหนูแน่นอน
Second game. Level. Play. Serve out. 1 love. Serve out. 1 all. Service over. 2,
Just long.
1.
Well, a little bit of communication issues on the Korean side. It's a good shot, though. Kong was absolutely convinced that Kia was going to get that.
Yeah, Kong just sidestepped a little bit, making Kim think that she had it. It is getting quite humid in Copenhagen. So even though the temperature's not that hot, players are getting very sweaty.
How did you find the drift in the hall? Because a couple of times this week it seemed to be prodigious, and other times didn't seem to exist at all, hardly.
Yeah, the last few days, or from the start, there's been a super amount of side drift from the left to the right of the court, as we see here. But so far this morning, it doesn't look that apparent. I think you probably notice it a little bit more maybe in the singles games when they're aiming for the corners more so. And then there's also been a little bit of a faster side. So the side that Kim and Kong are hitting from now, that end has typically been a little bit faster. So your attack's a bit more effective and it's a little bit easier to hit out the back. And then when you're on the tie pair side, you have to give your lifts a bit more power and your soft shots hit them a little bit harder to get them over the net.
4-2. Service over. 3-4.
well worked rally by the Thais.
5-3.
The Thai pair on this side can use some more drop shots, slices, take the pace out a little bit to try and get some of those cheap points of the lift out the back from the Koreans.
Service over. 4-5. Service over. 6-4.
So often so effective, isn't it? Straight down the middle.
5-6.
And neither Kititharakul or Prajongjai moved a muscle in terms of their racket towards the shuttle.
Service over. 7-5.
Well, it was good and no challenge from the Thais. I think they knew.
6-7. Service over. 8-6.
Wow, that's a magnificent shot. You could see the realization of Kong's face there. She knew she was never going to get there. Back on her heels, not expecting that. Doesn't appear to have affected Kititharakul or Prajongjai's confidence losing that opening game, especially from the position that they had at one stage.
Yeah, I think they would have confidence in that they were leading at the end, but then obviously the frustration that they lost it. But as long as they're switched back to a positive mindset, thinking that they just need to keep playing points the way they were when they got that long string, then they can fight back and win this next set.
Service over. 7-9. 8, 9. Service over. 10, 9. Service over.
Really did the splits there.
It was definitely not the right shot to try some overhead defense on. It was a very steep shot.
Ten, all.
A lot of strapping, Kititharakul, on those shoulders. I hope that's just a precautionary thing.
Yeah, I think she's had a long-term shoulder issue for many years. She's always had it strapped and iced it and that kind of thing.
So a narrow lead, the narrowest possible lead at the mid-game break. 11-10 it is. The ties lead, but a game down.
뜨는 것까지 다 잡으라니까 던지가 뒤에서 지금 멈칫멈칫한단 말이야. 앞에 보이는 거 확실하게 끄는 거다 냅두라고. 조용히 뒤에 때리고 네가 계속 공 쫓아가야지. 이게 펼치면 안 된다. 조평아 붙이는 걸 이렇게 천천히 붙이잖아. 그러니까 빨리 가서 툭툭툭툭 이렇게 붙여줘야 돼. 몸에 가서 빨리 붙여줘야 된다고. 잘 이렇게 가야 돼. 그리고 소모가 수비 이쪽 너무 오른쪽 이쪽으로 하자. 바람도 좀 부니까 이쪽 많이 활용해야 된다.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court
เรา
1,
ทำให้เรา
20
ลำบาก
seconds.
เองค่ะทั้งที่เรารู้ว่าเวลาทำให้เราสบายแล้วต้องทำแค่นั้นเองหนูรู้หมดทุกอย่างแล้วฮะ
11, 10. Right. Service over. 11, all. Service over. 12, 11. Challenges called out.
So the Koreans asking Hawkeye to have a look at this. It was called long. Animated discussion, meanwhile, while we're watching this. Well, they'll enjoy watching that. Kim and Kong.
Service over. 12 all. Play. Service over.
Nice setup by the Thai pair there.
12.
The return of serve with a little deception is what got them in that great position to finish up at the net.
Fourteen, 12.
Well, let's see whether they can convert from
15,
this position
12.
now. Not quite as big a lead as they had in the first game, but they've got the initiative now in the second. I'd say it's theirs to lose from here. Especially with the amount of errors coming from the Koreans at the moment.
Service over. 13, 16. No, good one. Get ready. Fourteen, 16.
Good leave.
A few shuttles hit out the back by the Koreans over the last few rallies.
14.
Really need to try and reel that in a little bit.
Good shot. Just a little turn of the wrist to get the angle.
15, 17.
They're just keeping the Thais honest at the moment.
Nice interception there by Kititharakul.
15. Service over. 16-18.
Came at a very convenient height for Kong to put that away. Big point here. They get it to 18-17. I think it's anyone's. 19-16. We think the Thais are in control of this game. It is the former, though.
17-18.
Almost seems, however the scoring went in the second game, it's going to be tight and tense at the end. Exactly like it was in the first game, albeit by a slightly circuitous route. Really well constructed point by the Koreans there.
18 all.
Yeah, the deception got the short lift here. Good placement. Really key point here now.
That's just wonderful, isn't it? And to play it at such a critical moment.
19,
Yeah.
18.
They hammer their smashes all the time, so when they do mix it up with those deceptive drop shots, is that much more effective.
She was waiting till she was sure it had cleared the net, wasn't she?
Very expressive coach.
Service over. 19 all. Service over.
So, a match point for the
20,
Koreans here.
Match point 19.
But only one. Well, I did it the hard way in the end. 21-19 in both games. The Thais had opportunities too, and lots of them. Just felt the Koreans kept their nerve rather better at the business end of both of those games. In a case of what might have been, I think, for the Thai pair there.
Match won by Kim So-young and Kong Hee-young, 21-19, 21-19.
So their world title hopes still alive, Kim and Kong. 21-19, 21-19, 54 minutes, the match tie. Trying to go one better than their bronze from a couple of years ago. Well, we are going to keep with the doubles theme, but we're going to change it to mixed momentarily, because the world #1 mixed doubles pair, Jun Si-wei and Hwang Yo-chung, be in action against Kim and Jung of Korea in just a couple of minutes. What a warm welcome back to the capital city of Denmark.